Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Transport Fever. We are currently just hemorrhaging funds. None of our lines, we have one line, the one that is trucking food back and forth, is actually making a little bit of money. And well, we're almost up there, but we are starting to get food production in here. You can see that we do have some food here. We have four food. But right now, the problem is that we just don't have enough trucks running back and forth. We have a big supply of raw materials over here, and we just can't get those out fast enough to our area out here to make that turn a profit. Let's see, how much food do you have on this train? 14. Yeah, that's not gonna bring us in the green. And basically, that's our holdup right here. We need to fix that, and we also need to work on expanding rather quickly. And it's about time, I think, we get introduced to the banking system, where we can go and take out a loan. And look at that, we're in the green. We made it in the green. We did it. We did it. All right, but yeah, we're still 2 million in the hole because of the loan, and we will see what we can do to expand that loan right after we roll the intro. All right, we were in the green for a little bit, and we're actually up 39K on the year, but we could be doing a lot better than that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just borrow $500,000. Just 500,000 is all we need, I think, to get this thing really moving. And we're going to go over here. We're going to buy some more road vehicles. I think I'm going to buy maybe 3 more of these and put them on the truck food line. And since we're here, I'm going to go ahead and buy a couple of more. Maybe 4, and I'm going to put them on the distribution food line. We don't need them right now, but we're going to need them very soon. And that is going to get that cargo moving at a much faster pace, I believe. And we may even need to be putting some more in. We'll see how that goes. But I don't know, I think with the slow train and the distance, that's going to be able to ramp it up a little bit, at least till we can start sending full train loads of food stuff there and back. 73.6K. Yeah, we're slowly building up. We're actually making some money at this point. And looking pretty good. What do the lines look like now? Okay, every single one of our lines is profitable. That is the point where we want to expand. Thinking about where we want to go from here. I'm thinking I may want to go ahead and start working on a passenger line. And I'm thinking about running a passenger line here from Portland up to Tacoma. Now, I thought about doing it from Portland to Bridgeport, which is also a possibility, and it's one of those cities we're going to want to hook up eventually. But once we make that connection, we can't expand out further. And I don't know that it really matters, but it kind of matters to me just a little bit. So I want to go ahead and start working on a passenger line, but eventually we need to think we do want to make that go to Bridgeport. So I'm looking at this part of town right here. And I'm thinking this is where I want to start our passenger rail service. So I'm going to go ahead and just expand this road out a bit. And we'll build a passenger station over here, and we'll start our big passenger industry right there on the end of that road. We're not going to be able to afford to do this. I'm going to wait until the end of the year. At the end of the year is when the loan interest kicks in. We do have to pay interest on our loans. Right now we're at 30K. It's probably going to jump up a little bit because we just borrowed some more money. But that pays off at the end of the year. So we're in a new fiscal year right now. We actually had to pay 37. So now we are free just to borrow money like there's no tomorrow. And I'm going to borrow about $2.42 million. And pause the game. That seems reasonable. All right, so running passengers is not unlike running freight. We just have to do things a little bit differently. We have to use a different type of station, which is a passenger train station. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit on the big side. And I'm only going to make it one platform for now. As long as we keep it here kind of on the outskirts, I think we should be good to go. And I'm going to try to find a somewhat level part. It's Hey, this land is not great for building level train stations. I'll admit that. But it's not too bad. Could we like sneak it in here? Maybe? No, that's even worse as far as level ground is concerned. We could do it like up here. That's a possibility. We don't get a lot of the free catchment area, like those houses right there that this gives. But the terrain is a little bit more reasonable. What is this road here doing? What's going on with it? Could we maybe connect like that right there and just get rid of all this? I think I like that idea. Let's bulldoze all of this road. Yeah, you're no longer needed. Let's expand this road out a bit. The AI will go out and try to expand the town, basically. Expand the road network and all of those things. We can do little things like this to kind of encourage it in the direction to go. And it's highly recommended that you do that. All right, so that would put this station out like right here. Give some room for expansion and put the station on a little bit leveler ground. I think I'm liking this. This looks a lot more reasonable to me. So yeah, let's go ahead and commit to it. And let's see, we're going to be running rail out this way over here to Tacoma. So let's take a look over here at Tacoma and see where there's a reasonable spot to build a train station over here. And looking on this side of town, it looks like it's a mountain over here. So that's going to go in the unreasonable category. Now down here looks a little bit flatter, much more reasonable. But we're going to put this down in the reasonable category, I believe. However, we have to go through a mountain range here to make that work. We can turn on contours to kind of give a lay of the land, and it looks like it's going to be kind of an uphill jaunt all the way to this station. So actually building it up here would be less of an elevation change, but more of a general pain as far as finding a good location to put a station without spending just boatloads of money. $214,000 to put it. Yeah, see, we're not going to be able to quite hit that. 186. That might work. Let's see, where is our next city in line? It's probably Lincoln or Raleigh, which is way over there. That's not going to be reasonable for coming into Raleigh at all. Then again, neither is this over here. Yeah, there's going to be a lot less elevation change and things like that from over here, though. If we could just get it to where we could, let's see, let's play a little bit. Let's grab this road right here, and nope, don't want to destroy any buildings. Let's see, I don't suppose you want to be like reasonable. Yeah, we don't want to spend like $100,000 building a road quite yet. But something, oh yeah, we're like right in the middle of a giant dip, which explains the extravagant amount of money that they want to build a station there. That might work, like right there, though. 148K. It's up kind of on a hill a little bit, but I don't know. Let's do it. Let's do it. You only live once. All right, let's see if we can get this connected up in any reasonable fashion. I don't know about reasonable, but it is a fashion, and that will certainly work. I kind of like the little hill right there. No, I really don't, but it'll work. It'll work. It's good enough for what we're trying to do here. All right, let's see if we can run some rail through these contours without completely just destroying the bank. Wants to build a bridge over that right there. Boy, I wish I would have checked. We can get a very expensive bridge. This is not how you start out doing a line. Not only is it far away from everything in the town, but it's going to be very, very, very expensive. You know what? We're committed to it. It's only money. It's all it is, and we can always make that back. We're aiming for that area up there, so looks like we're going to have to take this slow because it's wanting to just gouge through these mountains. Hoping that staying somewhat on the same contour line would help minimize that. It is a little bit. Okay, we need to start kind of slowly meandering off the other direction. And we'll build some mounds every now and then. That's reasonable. And let's see, that brings us to right here. And we've got this log forest in the way. We're gonna have to make some way to snake around it. Let's see, did that do something goofy with the tracks? Actually, that doesn't look half bad. Doesn't look half bad. There may be a little bit of bottoming out going on as we go over that, but it is strictly cosmetic. All right, and let's start from this end now. Okay, you're just going to want to gouge or build up a big mound as we come through this area, it appears. But that works. That works. We have a line going from that town to this town. Now, I want to go ahead and take a rail here and just run it across a ways. Just so that we kind of reserve this space for the town expansion AI so they don't try to do something crazy over here. So we have some room to expand. And that seems reasonable. Now, one thing we may consider doing... what are you warning about? Portland and Ventura. Oh, that's because I destroyed this area over here. Okay, we'll get to fixing that here very soon. But we need to get a depot running. And I don't want to do it behind it because someday we're going to want to expand over that way to Bridgeport. What I may do, or what I will do, we're dealing in definites now, is I'm going to get a train depot, and we're just going to saddle it up right here to the side. And let's see if we can get this somewhat lined up. That looks pretty reasonable to me. I do not like that. All right, good. 19,000. We'll go ahead and plonk that down, and then just kind of merge this track into here. And that will we'll take our new trains, our new passenger trains out onto that line. All right, very, very reasonable. Now, for our passenger service, we're going to have to generate some passengers here. And since I built the train station so far out of town, we're going to have to convince the passengers to get over here. And we can do that with a little bit of a taxi service. So we're going to do that. I've seen a number of different taxis work a number of different ways, and I'm not sure which way is the best. I don't know that I've found anything that has convinced me one way or another. So we're just going to try a couple of different setups here and see which one works out for the best. I'm going to put one of these right here, which is a bus station. Similar to what we used for the freight, but this one is specifically for passengers. We're going to get that right here where it catches a lot of the town, but also catches the train station as well, which is the important part. And let's get that right about there for $8,000. And we're going to do some tram stops around town. And we want to put these like bus stops, right? We want to be able to get a lot of the town here. I'm going to grab... That is going to cover that part of the town. And let's see, can we get one that gets... Not really. Okay, this gets a fairly reasonable chunk of town right here. And then I'm going to put one more right... Let's see, how far can we make this away? Right there, that gets a rather large chunk as well. So we'll have 3 passenger lines in Portland that basically cover the whole city. And I think there's a way that I can open up that one, open up that one, and open up that one. Oh, you know what? We had this one right here all along. But that will highlight all of the city that we currently can cover, and it looks like we have got everything. All right, so that has got that area covered. Let's go over here and let's do a little bit different over on this side. We're not going to put a tram station. We're just going to put a stop. And this stop right here is going to cover a big part of the city as well as our train station. Let's see. We want one. Can't seem to get both sides of the road there, but if I put it right there, it's a bigger chunk. See, what if we get it like right here? Oh, that grabs like everything. Let's do that. And this grabs all those right there. All right, and let's see. We're going to want a vehicle depot over here so that we can create road vehicles. I'm going to move that a little bit out of town, like maybe right up in this area. Good. And, okay, let's go to our line manager and set up some lines. We want, first, a line going from Portland to Tacoma. Is that right? Is this Tacoma? Yes, it's Tacoma. All right, and I call these my city lines. That is going to be Portland, Tacoma. And that's going to be our city rail line going in between the two cities. We also need a couple of more lines. And again, there's a couple of different ways I've seen this done. We are going to try different ways at both places and just see how it goes. Our first line is going to go from here to here. And I usually like to say that the rivers run more north and south. So this is going to be north and south. So this is going to be the east. So we'll call this Taxi, Tacoma, East. And we'll set this one, go from there to there, and we'll call this Taxi, Tacoma, West. Now, in this strategy, what we're doing is we're doing a from here to here and then a line from here to here, meaning that basically we're trying to funnel the riders into the station. But if somebody wanted to get from here to here, I believe the way it works is they would need to take the bus up here and then take the bus down to that one. Pretty sure that's how that works. If not, please correct me, because I may be mistaken. That's a route strategy that I have seen used. The other strategy I see is that you basically we need to connect up some of these roads, I believe, for this to work. I didn't really plan too far ahead for this, so let's see what we can do about that. Medium street, yes. You come on out, come on down, on across. All right, we got our 3 guys right there. All right, and the other strategy I've seen is, let's go ahead and create a couple of more lines. Instead of going from each station and back, is to do kind of a loop. So we're going to do that for Portland here and see how that works out. We'll compare the two and see how they work out. So it's going to go to this one, and then to this one, and then to this one. Okay, that is not optimal. Let's see if we can do this a little bit different. Okay, we're going to start there. We went from there to there to there. That's not very optimal either. Okay, let's get rid of that. We are going to do a little bit of redecorating here. Get rid of that. Put that. Okay, let's think about this. We're going to go. We drive on the right-hand side of the road. So actually, that would have been a pretty decent place for a bus stop. So let's put that back. I'm going to go right there. We want to put this one on the other side of the street. We can get rid of that one. And then that's going to come and get onto that one and then go that way. That seems reasonable to me. All right, and let's put them on the other side as well, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm wasting all kinds of money on this. I am very, very aware. All right. That's what we want right there. Okay, so you're going to go from there to there to there to there and back. And that's going to be taxi Portland. And let's see, that's going to be our clockwise route. And then we're going to have another one that's going to go from here to here to here to here and then back. And that is going to be our taxi Portland counterclockwise route. So the two different strategies, one you go from the main station to each one, and the other one you go a loop around, and then you put another line going the opposite way, and we'll just see, we'll just compare and contrast over time, and just see how it works out. All right, so that is that's all our infrastructure in place. I believe we have all our lines. We just need to build our things now. So let's go ahead and get a train. I think I want to do the Mogul or the American. A little less horsepower, same speed, much cheaper. I think we're going to start the passenger line with the American. Go ahead and buy that. Let's go over to wagons. We have a cracker box, a Grand Trunk wooden vestibule coach, and the Clerestory. I don't know. I can't pronounce that. That one's 835K. That one's 498. That one is 374. Okay, you're speaking my language down here a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and buy, let's see, let's buy, we can afford 3. Let's get 3. So we'll have 3 cars on the back of that. And we will set that line to our city, Portland-Tacoma route. And that will go and start getting passengers generated. We need to also buy carriages. And I did not do that already. So yeah, we need to do that. And we have a depot right here. I'm going to go ahead and recycle that. Let's see, how much money do we need? More money than I have. So we're going to borrow, okay, a loan $5 million. That is perfectly reasonable. Let's buy maybe 4 stagecoaches, and I'm going to set them on the Portland clockwise. Let's buy 4 more and set them on the Portland counterclockwise. And that has Portland set. And let's come over here to the depot we made right here. And let's buy some more stagecoaches and set them on Tacoma East. And buy some more and set them on Tacoma West. All right, so our stagecoaches are going to go and pick up people from town and bring them to our train station. And then the trains are going to run in between the 2 towns and then send them over here where they will be distributed out through the cities. And we have a couple of different setups here. I'm not sure if this one's going to work. I'm not sure if this one's going to work, but we'll just see which one works out better. We still have our warning up here. We need to connect this town to the other town. So let's just go ahead and get that fixed. Let's take this road out. This, take it out this way, and then take it across. I mean, construction's not possible. Anything is possible. We have like bulldozers and things. Can you just make it across? You can. So you can connect. All right, so it's possible. It needs to be a little bit goofy. All right, that makes our warning go away. And we have spent a ton of money, but it's all going to be worth it just to get a look at our new passenger train coming out of the depot. Let's turn off the contour lines so we can get a nice little shot of the mountains in the background. Boy, this platform's elevated like 6 feet in the air. But here she comes, going out to do the good work. All right, we spend most of this episode paused, and because of that, we weren't making any of that good food money. Let's take a look over here real quick and just see. All right, we've got 25 cattle hanging out here. We have multiple. Oh, everybody's waiting on the stagecoach parade to make its way out. That's fine. That'll resolve itself here over time. Let's see. How much of the good stuff do you have? You have 35 cows in your cargo hold. Let's just see what the payday is for that when it comes into the station here. Get a nice little good kind of shot of that coming through the trees, coming into the station, and making us a lot of money. $112,000. That is getting to be more like it, and we are just going to make more and more as those trucks move that food faster and faster. Our passenger line, similar to goods, it's going to take it a couple of trips back and forth in order to get it generating enough supply and demand to actually get passengers moving. It's going to be moving some things in really, really, really soon. We're not doing bad. We, of course, spent $2.68 million this year. But that's the cost of doing business. We actually made money last year. So hopefully, after these lines get established and get moving, we will be able to get some of this loan repaid, get some money in the bank, and get things expanded out a little bit further. Well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode where hopefully we will make some money back. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. bye.